Hello there. Today's advice for you to help you progress your technical ability when playing the piano is to firstly identify any problem areas that you're having when it comes to technical skills, and then rather than find an exercise that will help you to develop them, what you need to do is make up your own according to what you think is going to work. For example, if you're playing a piece of music that requires an awkward turn, so for example you need to turn the thumb under the third finger, and you're struggling to get that, then you can identify things like in Hanon, for example, it quite clearly says, exercise 33, an exercise for turning the thumb under the third finger, and by all means you could do that. It's this kind of thing. So it's giving you a fairly standard pattern, but with a certain fingering that's very specific so that it helps you to develop that. But what you might do is you might start doing that and going, well, I can do that. And the problem is, if you can do that, but you persist with that, all you're going to do is get better and better at playing that, whereas actually the exercise is kind of futile. It's not doing what you want. So what you need to do is sort of develop something that's actually going to test you. So for example, I haven't thought of this. Let's just think on the spot for a minute. So let's go. So let's do something like that. That requires a little bit more concentration from me. So. Wrong, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, just think of something, find something, and if you're struggling to grasp it, that's even better, because what it's doing is it's making you connect a lot more with it, because you're thinking harder about it, you're determined to get it, and ultimately you're doing something that's potentially harder than the passage in the piece of music that you're learning anyway. So what'll happen is when you've cracked your little exercise is that by the time you come and put it into context, you'll kind of go, well, this is easy now because I've got the skill. Now, I'm not by any stretch, I'm not saying don't do exercises like Hanon, they're tried and tested, obviously. But I'm just saying that don't be afraid to experiment. Always sort of push yourself and push the boat out a little.